to the Los Angeles March for Life since I think the first one. I've been here since I was, really little, and my family introduced me to this. It's a great cause, and I've also been involved with Angels Way. And I'm president of our pro-life club at Louisville High School.
My name is Christina Garza, and I direct campus outreach for survivors of the abortion Holocaust. Our organization is dedicated to equipping and activating young people to end abortion. Since 1973, 1/3 of our generation has been killed, so we are the survivors of the abortion Holocaust, and we find it our burden and our responsibility to end the genocide.
Is this a nationwide group? Is it a local group? Do you have chapters? How exactly does it work?
We are a national group. We travel nationally to do presentations and outreaches at colleges and high schools, but we also have trainings right here in Southern California. We have an annual Survivors Pro-Life Training Camp, and that's in the summer, and we have an International Pro-Life Youth Conference that's in LA in the fall. Today I have two team members with me. These are full-time missionaries. They've sacrificed a semester of their time and dedicated their life to saving lives this semester. This is Emily Labarth, and this is Lauren Handy.
Terrific. Great to meet you, ladies. Thank you very much for participating today.
Thank you.
This is the 11th year that we've had this event. This year we have our largest crowd ever. We estimate about 1,500, 1,700 people attending, and that's up from like 700 from last year. The money goes to pro-life groups such as the Pregnancy Counseling Center.
This is our 11th annual March for Life. It all started back in the early 2000s. A couple of our past Grand Knights said, hey, Knights of Columbus, we're a pro-life organization. We want to spread the word about the sanctity of life and protecting the unborn. So we started this, and it's grown and grown every year. It's great. The money that we raise goes to Pregnancy Counseling Center and other pro-life organizations.
I actually heard it through a Knight of Columbus gentleman in Our Lady of Peace Parish.
Fantastic. And what convent do you belong to? And is this the first time that you've marched?
We belong to Franciscan Sisters of the Immaculate Conception. We're in Sylmar, and this was my first time being on march, and I just loved it. It's a great feeling, to be able to do something.
And it's important that as many people as possible get involved.
Would you come and march with us? We said absolutely, and we've been here ever since the last 4 years. We keep getting more every time. So thanks for the invitation. It is great to be here.
In our case, this March for Life, we walk down the sidewalks. During the time that we're walking, we know that more than 3,000 automobiles pass by. And we know that there are children in those automobiles who are asking their parents, what are these people doing, Mommy? What are these people doing? And there's a good chance that the mother will say, these are pro-lifers. They believe that every child should have a birthday.
We're here today at the March for Life, and I wanted to tell you about my friend Jane. She just finished a walk all the way from San Diego past San Francisco, walking for life, 3.5 months.
And I just want you to know my friend Shelly went as well, so it was a team effort.
It's great. The money that we raise goes to Pregnancy Counseling Center and other pro-life organizations.
And when they first made the decision to allow abortion, they thought that it sounded okay to them. They thought, oh yeah, some people should have a choice. They had no idea. At that time, people had the morality inside themselves. It was incomprehensible that 1/3 of the generation would die. It was incomprehensible to the people at that time that people would actually choose that. It was so.
It's just time to change.
There's an infamous Supreme Court decision back in the 1800s called the Dred Scott decision. And he was an African American. And the question back then before the Supreme Court was whether or not he was a person or whether he was property. And virtually the Supreme Court made their decision that Dred Scott was property of his owner, and that he was not a human being, essentially. So the Supreme Court can be wrong. And in 1973, they decreed that abortion would be legal throughout the United States up until the 9th month of pregnancy. So they were wrong again. And we're fighting the Supreme Court and that infamous Supreme Court decision that was made in 1973, because we know how wrong it is. How can a country survive when they're virtually eliminating their young? They're killing off generations of children.
We ask one person to ask one of their friends or relatives to come with them on the day of the march, and that's how we grow.
Abortion has to stop. We're killing babies. You know, babies who don't have anything to do with any problem the parents has. And it's not good because God said don't kill. The commandments say don't kill. This is the way we kill. If we do that, we're killing too. We're killing in a different way, not only with the knife and with the gun. We're killing with actions. And this action is we're killing babies. So it's not right to do that. That's why we came here, because we defend babies who cannot defend themselves. It's really painful what they're suffering when people do that to them. They think they don't do nothing to a little thing. No, it's not true. They lying to people. The people, you know, they say it's nothing, that it's just a little thing. No, it's not a little thing. It's a life. It's a life God gives here to us, and we have no right to kill nobody. The only one who has right to do that is God, nobody else. That's why we're here, because we defend babies by that way.
Any way I can help the pro-life cause at school and the annual Requiem Mass for the Unborn.
I just was so filled with joy just being a part of this.
We're from various groups. Some people here from the Nil Catechumenal Way. Others are from a group called Youth for Truth from Our Lady of Louvain. So we're just here. This is our second march this year. In January, we actually went to the Walk for Life West Coast. Then we heard of this one. We say, okay, you know what? We're just on a roll because we are a pro-life generation.
Fantastic.